What's up guys, it's Penuel the Black Pen. I'm making this video mostly to just apologize to all of you. You know, I feel like I've dropped the ball to some degree. A lot of things have happened in the past few weeks, locally, internationally, and I haven't really unpacked some of those current affairs and some of my thoughts around them. So I think I've let you guys down and I apologize. I've been kind of busy. You know, I've been shooting a lot of interviews and conversations on the virtual Nkuku with DJ Sbu. I've set up my own show, as you guys know, the Penwell Show, on YouTube as well. I've been doing some other interviews with some other people. Last week, I was in Cape Town, invited by a good friend now, Rob Hersoff, to meet some of his friends, to have some conversations. I'm hoping that some of the content that we created there, I'll be able to get and be able to share with you guys. But I just want to apologize from my side. I'm going to try, even if it's short videos or shorter videos, I'm going to try and address some of the things that are happening that I feel that are very important, at least for all of you guys. There's obviously the recent story of the Zamazamas, the illegal miners in this country that we need to unpack. The concept of just illegal miners, of which it seems like a lot of them are illegal foreigners. You know, it seems some of them are from Lesotho, for example. And the horrendous story in West Village, near Krugersdorp, where 8 women were raped, you know, in a crew of 22 people that were shooting a music video. I haven't unpacked the story of Sri Lanka and how Sri Lanka went bankrupt and what that really means. And the idea of how South Africa could potentially go bankrupt and what would happen if this country collapsed, you know. I don't know if I'll get a chance to speak about these things, but just for the fact that these have been big local and world events that I haven't been able to discuss with you guys and engage with you guys, it kind of makes me sad. I'm busy, of course. I understand, and being busy is a beautiful thing. But I respect you. I respect all of you that follow my channels. I respect all of you that want to hear some of my thoughts, especially on current affairs. Today, on the 9th of August, 2022, was Women's Day. We're in August, which is Women's Month. I've got my own views on Women's Month on this day. The beauty is that we shot a great episode with DJ Sbu on the virtual Nkuku with Usisumandisa Mashiko. You know, we posted part 1 yesterday, we posted part 2 today, where we got to engage in detail about Women's Month and her views and some of the history that we may have lost. But I wanted to give my views as well, and I need to make time to speak about some of these things. I shot an interview with Umandisa 2 weeks ago, which also came out yesterday on the Penwell Show, where we had a very heated debate, very polarizing. I saw a lot of the comments were quite emotionally fueled. I'm happy. You know, it wasn't done intentionally, but I'm happy that it triggered people because it is sensitive topics. You know, men versus women, the idea of the rape, the crazy rape we have in this country where over 10,800 cases were reported in the first 3 months alone. And we know that a lot of women didn't report their cases. So these are very triggering conversations that we need to have. And not only must women have them, not only must women want men to be held accountable, but men themselves must be able to speak. It would be a help if you are a man who's committed some of these crimes to explain the mindset you were in, to educate us on where maybe we're getting things wrong. And then for some of the good men, which I defend, good men should not be bashed for the acts of bad men. But good men, of course, like myself, need to do more in protecting our women, protecting our girl children, making sure that we educate our boys, are present for our boys and raise them to be strong men, and to make sure that just we root out the rubbish in society as much as possible. There's going to be more conversations coming through in the coming weeks. Like I said, I'm going to try and make more time to have these videos with you guys, to chat to you guys, to hopefully educate you guys. I still have so much education to share, whether it is financial literacy, political literacy, speaking about parenting, speaking about how to build stronger families, speaking about growing our own food, speaking about my religion and my belief system of Penwellism, speaking about some of the cool people that I've met on some of my travels, some of the work that I'm doing. I'm quite excited. I'm incredibly excited. I hope you guys will stay on this journey with me. Meeting some of you in person is one of the most rewarding things for me. Like, literally, it gets me emo. And I've met some of you, and you know, and when I meet you and I say, you know, I'm honored to meet you, I really mean it, because I see you and you're seeing me, which means a lot. And it also tells me that you want to improve your life. It tells me that you want to improve your family and your community's life, and that you want to see a change. And I'm hoping to drive the change. I've obviously ruffled a lot of feathers over the years with some of my content, but more than anything, I hope one of the things that comes through is the fact that I genuinely care about human beings, and I genuinely want what's best for human beings. And especially now that I'm really on this non-racialist tip, I really want us to get to a point where we identify good people, hardworking people, people with good values, and we collaborate and we unite and we find ways to build a better world, and we find ways to defend ourselves from bad people, and where possible we find ways to rehabilitate some bad people, because some of them are just lost and they just need us to be mature and to understand them. If they're racist, if they're xenophobic, if they're homophobic, whatever the case may be, and sit with them and try to explain on a more gentle, in a more gentle way, in a more perceptive way, how they can rewire their engineering, rewire their thinking, around how the world works. 2 days ago, I wanted to make a video addressing South Africans, in particular Black South Africans. I don't want to make you guys empty promises, but I hope I will unpack some of these things that I want to get off my chest. Leo video bengifuna ukuyikhanda ngesiZulu. IsiZulu is the most spoken language in South Africa. Bengifuna ukuyikhuluma ngesiZulu abantu abamnyama kumele sisebenze. No one is coming to save you, black people. The insistence on being dependent on social grants is destroying you. Iyanlimaza. It's like a child who never wants to leave their parents' home, who's constantly waiting for their mom to cook them a meal, who, when in trouble, expects their father to come and protect them. The real world doesn't work like that. Bantu abamnyama kumele nikhule. Nenziswa kweingane ezincane. Lindi ANC izoniphakela, izonifundisa. Nakhona imfundo yakhona ayinalutho phakathi. Niyafunda nithola icertificate, nithola matric, nithola ama degree, kodwa bukani nihlele emakhaya nisebenze. The real world that I've seen belongs to people that are willing to roll up their sleeves and put in the work. It belongs to abantu that are willing to hold hands with other people out there. It may be people you don't like religiously, racially, but you realize that these people can add value to my life and I can add value to theirs. Our economy is not in a good state. We've got a situation like Eskom and load shedding that is not in a good state. Politicians seem to not care. A lot of them seem to be very ignorant and don't even see how they're destroying this nation. A lot of us are complicit in the destruction, in the bribes that we pay, in the way that we're breaking laws, in the ways that we're lazy where we work. Not just government employees. I made a video about government employees and it trended. A lot of people recognize me in the streets for my video. Even cops. Hey, I like your video, man. You know, hey. But even those that work in corporate, those that work in retail, those that work in farming, those that work in manufacturing and mining, all of us are complicit in the lack of productivity that we have. Constantly rushing for a soft life. Constantly rushing for public holidays. Constantly rushing for weekends. Instead of being focused on building. We need to build. If we want this nation to be great, if you want your community to be great, if you want your family and yourself to be great, you need to put in the work. And even if this country collapses, at least you will pride yourself that I put in the work. And if I need to leave this country, I know that I'm an asset. And other nations out there can want you because you are valuable. Kumele sikhulume, especially as abantu abamnyama. I need to get back on the road. I need to make time to get back on the road, to host gatherings where I can sit with people, we can engage, I can answer some of your questions, and we can talk. And in those spaces, we need to identify leaders on the ground. People that are going to help me plant fruit trees, especially in townships. People are going to help set up WhatsApp groups and galvanize people in their spaces so that you guys can become the solutions that you seek. Now is the time to rise up. Got to sit with Duduzane Zuma. He's putting his hand up. And many chats with Nhlanhla Lux. He's putting his hand up. Had a meeting with Gayton McKenzie last week. He's putting his hands up. Rob Helsoff and some of the people in his circles are putting their hands up. They want to work and make this country better. Herman Mashaba and Action SA. The guys at AfriForum, Ernst Roots. I'm looking forward to meeting Ernst van Zyl. So many diverse, different people. Some of them may not even like each other, but they're putting in work. Because we have to work. No one is going to save this nation but us. And if your leaders are weak and are distracted and are corrupt, and if they're money hungry, don't look to them, look to yourself, and look to other people that are willing to put in the work. A lot of conversations that we have to get through, man. I'm really excited. I'm looking forward, like I said, to making more content, chatting to you guys, connecting with you guys, and seeing some of the stories and case studies that you guys want to share with me. I'm getting so many people sending me DMs on social media of vegetable gardens they've started, of trees that they've planted, of things that they've solved, things that they've fixed in their own homes. We need to buy toolboxes so that we can fix our own things, guys. Penalism is the answer. I love you guys very much and I look forward to connecting with you guys, and I will try to make more videos. I know I keep posting like old videos that are very powerful, of course, but I also need to make new content, especially that affects the now. It's up to us. I've put up my hand to lead and to work, and I'm waiting for you guys to do the same. Let's hold hands and let's find a way to make our lives better. Penuel the Black Pen. Happy Women's Day to all the women. We love you guys very much. To my mom, to my sister, to my two daughters, Africa and Kalchi, to the mothers of my children, to all the women that have added value to my life, to all the women that have sacrificed for this nation. We love you guys very much. To all the other women who are toxic, who are absent mothers, who are abusive, who are destructive, guys, this is the time for you to rise up. We can't be celebrating you if you're just a leech, if you're just destructive. We want to celebrate you for adding value, for helping us become better, for reaching out to good men and saying, let's hold hands and let's make this country, this nation, this world a better place. Happy Women's Day, man. From me to you, I love you guys very much. Have a great day and stay blessed. Cheers.